When did you decide to come to Dubai, and why?
Oh, that's an interesting question because I never decide to come to Dubai. It happens, just follow the flow.
Tell us the story.
Yes, during the COVID time, of course, my yoga studio closed and I was teaching online. And these things, to start to teaching online, it opens a lot of door. And someone called me to teach online in a online platform of yoga classes and yoga instructor. And someone saw me teaching online, and so I received this offer. In this platform, he was working someone coming from Dubai. Then he came back to work, to come back in Italy and live in Italy. And instead of coming back to Italy, he bring me to Dubai.
Very interesting.
So it was not I never thought about it. Never. It was not in my mind at all. And going to Dubai, going another place like Emirates or something like this, it never been in my thought at all.
You don't have that fear of change?
I don't have the fear of change. I mean, it's not exactly true that I don't have the fear of change. I have the fear of change, but I really believe that you need to face this fear and again, go out from your comfort zone. It's difficult. I'm not here to say that it's not difficult. It is. You need a lot of courage. But I definitely think that it's the right way.
One of the main things that I saw from stories around me and people who I get to know or see, fear of change was the main thing for them. Changing the country, changing, let's say, environment. Especially like you have your own studio, you've created your followers, let's put it that way. People, they adore you, they come to train with you, they like your energy, they like the way how you carry yourself. And so that's a lot to leave behind and start from zero. That's a lot. That's why people, they get comfortable fast and they never leave their comfort zone.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. It's really.
But I think that the only thing that doesn't change in your life is that the life is about change. Everything is about change. If you think about our body change, our mind change, our everything change. So this is the only thing that never change. The fact that everything change.
This is what I try to advise people sometimes, people who struggle with change. I said, do intentional change. Meaning, if you plan to change your career, for example, or to change a country, for any reason, or change an unhappy relationship, educate yourself first. Create options. And then you can do wise change. But if you go blindly and throw yourself to the void.
I go blindly. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
I definitely go blindly. Yes.
Why?
I just follow the flow.
Why?
Because I trust. I trust my intuition. I trust that I'm on the right path. I trust that I'm attracting what is the best things for me.
Please unpack it more in details.
What it's not clear?
It's not clear that you take that kind of jump blindly.
I mean, I always try to live my life in, how can I say, real, what's the real word? Sorry, I don't
No worries.
know. Honest. Okay.
Okay.
I always try to live my life in an honest way. I try to be very honest with myself. So I do what I think that I have to. It doesn't mean that I don't do anything. I do a lot of things.
Yeah.
I do my action. I have my project. I have my idea. I have my vision, and I work on my things. And I always try to be in the place where I feel that I'm in the right place and I'm doing the right things. Mm-hmm. When you work like this, when you live like this, things happens. Yeah. For example, I wasn't this vibe at all when I received the offer from this brand to come here in Dubai. I was in this vibe. I was very happy about whatever I had in my life. Mm-hmm. I was very happy in my yoga studio. Everything was amazing. I was not looking for nothing different, and these things happened, and this offer came.
Yeah.
If you are honest and if you trust that what is happening in your life, it's a reflection of what you are creating, you have to follow.
Interesting.
And so I said, okay, it's totally unexpected. I was not thinking about, but I have this offer. It means a big change. It means going in a different country. It means change and know a new culture, new people, a new kind of job, a different kind of job, because yoga program manager is a different kind of job.
Exactly.
But it happens, and I'm sure that I was following my path. So if this offer came, it means that I have to follow that.
That to me is not really blind.
It is. It is, because I had no idea what to expect from this decision.
It's a risk.
Yeah,
However,
it's a risk.
However, it's as you said, you put your thoughts on the same line. In your mind, you are open to any new chance, but you have already in your mind you set everything on the right direction. And this is interesting for me because some people, even at this time, they're still blind. They don't know where they are going.
From my point of view, because they are not connected with their truth. They are not looking at their self.
If you are not able to align your thoughts and vision and dream in the same direction, you will go nowhere.
Absolutely. This is, for example, a risk. And now we are talking a lot about manifestation, right? Attraction and manifestation. What can you manifest and attract if you are not sure of what you want exactly? If you don't know exactly what is your vision and what's your dream, but just you think that you know, because maybe it's your belief, maybe it's something that someone told you.
Yeah.
Maybe your parents told you that you have to be rich and you have to find the love of your life. And so you think that this is your dreams, right? Mm-hmm. And then you can work and manifest that. And what happens if you manifest that, and you realize that this is not what you want? So before the manifestation, I think that you have to find a moment to center it and find yourself and your real voice, your inner voice. And when you know exactly what is your truth, what your true desire, then you can manifest.
Maybe it's hard for people.
It is.
Maybe it's hard for people to really find themselves.
It is, the first step.
But that's why people, they try to cut corners.
Yes, and again, we move to the word that it's fear, because people are scared about it.
It represents in their whole experience in life, because once they are not clear who they are and what they desire in this life, their action are like all over the place. They are not directed in one direction that they want to reach. Even maybe they don't have a vision. They're just living by. And this is sometimes it boggles me, because look, back on 15 years ago, people, they used to say US is the dreamland. I'm sure when you went to Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
How perfect life it was.
How perfect?
How perfect life it was when you saw everything there. Amazing, right? You could feel that you can do anything. That's 15 years ago. Things changed. Now, UAE and Dubai became the dreamland for many people. That's why you are fortunate enough to see a lot of nationalities in the same class. How many nationalities you have in your class, for example?
And this is amazing. This is something that I really love of this country. Yeah.
Even with this, that everything brought to you as someone has a dream and you plan to succeed and fulfill your dream, being here with this environment, still they fail because they are not aligned.
Of course. It's not clear in their mind and heart and soul what they really want. So they just think that come here and live in Dubai, it will realize what they want, but they don't know what they want.
This will lead me to the second point, which is usually people, they have a dream of build a career, then move from being as a career man or employee to employer. So being as a staff to own the business. This is their dream. However, they don't have the vision. I'm asking you now, you have been an owner of a studio. Then you became a part of a group or a corporate. This is not step back?
It's not.
Why?
Because of course in Italy I had my own yoga studio, so I was the CEO of my own
You're
yoga
the boss.
studio. Of course, I was the boss, but it was of course a little studio. It was just a studio, and here I'm managing a brand that has 50 studios, for example. And so this is the reason why I'm here, because you can reach many people.
Interesting.
So it's different for sure. Definitely, it's absolutely different. But you can share more things. You can reach more people.
You silenced your ego
Yes.
because you have seen a bigger picture, where sometimes the ego bigger than my head.
This is absolutely normal.
So a lot of people who have been in the, let's say, boss of themselves and stepping back to be a part of a corporation or a company, sometimes it will be considered as demotivating. But in your case, it's different. Highlight why. What did you see in this change? Why I'm asking this question? Because I want the listeners to capture what you will say and basically be the blueprint. When they find an offer like that, try to find the points you're going to highlight now.
So my previous boss, when I had my first interview, my previous boss in this brand, in this corporate, she was very, very good. Because when we had the interview, I was a little bit like, I'm not sure that I want to come. And it was clear. And I think that she understood that. And so she started to ask me, what do you want for your life? And I say, I just want to make people happy. I just want to be help people to realize that can be healthy, that the yoga practice can help them. And she told me, we have 50 studios and we have a lot of people here in Emirates, in Dubai. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people that comes from all over the world, and they need to understand, they need to be helped and realize that they can be happy, they can be satisfied, they can connect with their soul. And they said, oh my God, she's touching my soul with this word. She gave a reason. And they said, okay, I want to go there to do that. So it was not about money. It was not about prestige, the role of being yoga program manager for a big corporate. It was not at all. It was the chance to help a lot of people and share a message, a vision again.
If we summarize it and we put it in bullet points, first you could see joining that corporation will fulfill your personal dream, and which is making people happy, the purpose of your life.
Yes.
Let's put it that way. So that was clear in the corporations. The second one, they gave you the facility to deliver this. The prestige and the money, I will not believe you much, but let's move that away.
Why you don't believe me?
Because we live in a material environment. You need to pay your bills. You need to finance yourself. So money matters, right?
But I'm saying something that I don't know if it would be resonate or not.
Go on.
A lot of people, because it's the opposite of what people think, right? A lot of people think that with the corporate world, with the office job, you can pay your bill. And then you can live your passion, right? In my experience, it happens exactly the opposite. When I really lived my passion that is strictly connected also with my first job, because basically it's the same. Yeah. But when I follow my passion, and that happens in all of my life, it gave me more. For example, yoga retreat, yoga teacher training, and all these kind of things. You can gain more than having just a corporate world job. So it's just that sometimes people think that I have to do that to pay my bill, and so I can have a little space to live my passion. But if you just change the priority, it can happen that your passion will give you more than your job.
This is exactly what I want to say. It's how did you create? This is your formula of creating the balance.
Yes.
You became master in your passion, that you became so good, people wanted to reach you out. So it rewards you with financial incentive, let's put it that way. So it's not really the corporate job fulfill that. It is your ability to be a master of your trade. You have been, as a boss, controlling the decision. You decide everything, right? Wanted to do, how many sessions, studios, and coming to the corporate world where you have to follow a certain pattern. How did you manage that?
What do you mean follow a certain pattern?
Like, we have a budget for marketing. We have 20 studios, as you said. So we have to limit our financial exposure. If it is an event, it shouldn't cost X amount. where you wish to make it bigger. How did you manage that?
As I told you before, just try to be very resilient and try to find a way to reach the same goal in a different way.
Example, how one way of doing it.
Okay, let's talk about a big event. For example, last year, the project was to have a big event in the Expo.
Okay.
And so I called an instructor coming from Bali, and the class was amazing. Everything was ready. And then the Expo just called us and say, sorry, guys, we cannot give you the location 1 month before. So it was not about my corporate, but it was another decision from the Expo. And so I just said, oh my God, we need to recreate everything. We need to change completely everything. But instead of be depressed, oh my God, I cannot do that.
Yeah.
I just try to find a way to do exactly the same, to reach the same result and having the same vibe and the same influence in the Dubai people in a different way. That was a free location on the beach, and it was candidated as one of the best events of last year at the Reps Academy, for example.